Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. Welcome back. If you do want to get this content ahead of the crowd a week earlier than YouTube, come through and join a VIP YouTube membership. Very separately, we have the joint connection on Fridays. And without further ado, let's get into the update for Divine Feminine. Now, as I mentioned, this is looking juicy. Now, I do feel particularly there could be some options on your table this week. And I'm really feeling through your energy that it's sort of like the calm after the storm. I do feel some of you are feeling driven to make some major decisions. You could be in between a rock and a hard place, but I directly feel you're freeing yourself. I'm noticing the entrapment card in the past position. It's in reverse. It's like having a revelation that, maybe where we kept ourselves bound, that we need to, shake off those cobwebs, proverbially. I don't feel necessarily do you regret. I definitely don't feel that you regret, the beautiful, wonderful lessons that we've had. And they don't have to be nasty ones. 100% we do have hard ones. But I'm kind of feeling, to do with that eclipse that went down, there's something inside you that's shifted. One channeling that was coming through in Divine Masculine's read was, for some of you, there was a potential that a conversation, a chance meeting did go down for some of you. I don't feel you're wanting to have regrets. I feel it's almost like physically you're not trapped, but at the same time you're looking at life from a point of view of that you don't want to make harsh decisions. It's almost like your higher mind is discussing things with you, but your physical body is wanting to run for the hills and just say, sort of, I need to move forward. You don't quite know what to do, and you do feel that you can't enable. You do feel that some circumstances on the other side of the fence directly are out of your control. I feel you're trying to take a breath. I feel this has taken a great deal of your patience, and you're like, look, I've come so far. I'm noticing from the bottom row, I've come so far. I don't want to sabotage myself. Now, I do feel there's this inner critique. But you also feel, as much as you love this person, it's almost like that notion we say, what mountain do you want to die on? And it's not that you're not going to. How do I put it? It's not that you don't love this person. It's that there are some things we simply can't do. So you're observing something quite perplexed. You're like, okay. Some of you could have had some revelations during this time of the fact that maybe for some of you there was a path open to you and you chose not to take it. But I'm really feeling this is more in a context of something that's gone down. I just feel you don't want to make any regretful decisions. You're being very, very strict with yourself. You don't quite know how this is going to go. You do want to have that kind of collaboration, but you feel it's on hold for some reason. You don't know what to say. You don't know if you need to say anything. Some of you have already said something and you're wondering, okay, is this going to go pear-shaped? Please cross-reference, especially for those of you that did have communication or something went quite pear-shaped over the last few weeks. So I do feel Divine Masculine is thinking back to such. I think you're coming to a revelation. It's like, no, I'm not being silly here. I've got these instincts. I'm trying to trust them. Yes, I do feel there's no I in team. That's what I'm hearing. There's no I in team, but there's no team without I. So, it's a choice that you're going into. It's a feeling that you're needing to make a decision. Some of you could be taking a standpoint and saying, look, I really do know what I want. I want team. I can see the image. I can see the vision. I don't want to sabotage myself. But there could be some adulting that you're physically doing from a foundation level in your own personal life. And you're looking at it going, am I an ego? Am I actually being harsh? And some of you are just going to jump back and say, no, I don't think so. I'm needing to take a minute. I'm needing to have people that work with me. There is something maybe that you're not wanting to deal with a painful circumstance anymore. Yeah, it's like, look, rabbit, rabbit. It's like, yeah, I think you're breaking a pattern here. I really do think you're breaking a pattern. Some of you are choosing to skip to the beat of your own drum. Some of you in this silence are actually going to get communication, but it's like this different attitude you're taking on inside your twin flame path, and you're just stepping back. You're stepping back and you're looking at things and you're saying, okay, where to from here? I really do have a feeling, though, something, you're going to have a choice. And whatever this choice is, I do feel it is to do with love, especially with the lover up here. Some of you could be run down and feeling, look, I want more than just passion. I actually want a physical connection. I want more than the intimate liaison. I want the 3D things, like going out to dinner, having communication. Okay, what is this self-sabotage place? I feel it's almost the frustration. Yeah, there is a possibility it's something to do with having faith in the counterpart, but it also can be to do with the conversation that potentially some of you have had. Some of you, if there was a third party, you're really not impressed. Some of you could hear that there is a tower moment happening. You may empathize with twin, but at the same time, I feel you're kind of outgrowing that and you're like, look, that's your cycle. This isn't mine. It is coming to a head, and I do feel you may hear something that you just feel, how can I explain it? Sometimes we feel that if we're going to hear news of some karmic close, that maybe justice is a law. Does that make sense? And it's like, oh, I wonder how I feel. Oh, well, that was karma. Some of you are going to feel total detachment, like it doesn't really affect you. It doesn't make you feel happy. It doesn't make you feel sad. It's just total detachment. Others are going to find that is just dessert. You get my point. Okay. Where is this collaboration? I do feel for some of you, you're going to paint a picture of how you feel something is supposed to look, and that can be a little bit of disillusionment coming up. They're making reference to Thanksgiving. Oh, gosh. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, overall, I'm seeing there was, for some of you, a decision, and I do feel counterpart is making a decision. Counterpart is struggling. Counterpart, however, does know the status quo and that there is a possibility for reconciliations. I do see potential communication coming through this week, but I do feel you're going to need to stand back and you're going to be asking yourself the question, are we going to be repeating a pattern? Or is it going to be different? Join us for the lives on Friday. Otherwise, I will see you next week for this content. Take care, beautifuls.